constantly repeat what you say. They can't make words. How do we water? They can't even on their own without adult or anybody prompting them. That is non-verbal. So I hope you understand the two now. Non-verbal and mutism. You understand the two now. Now, when a child comes into your school, the first thing, for those of you that are school owners or whether you are teachers, the first thing you need to observe is, has this child met the milestone for this class? Every class has an age group. Even if you have different age groups, there's still a baseline age group. Like let's say nursery 2. What's the baseline age group for nursery 2? 5-year-old. 5. Nursery 2 is not 4 to 5 years old. It's not 4 to 5 years. Nursery 2 is 5 to 6 years. Nursery, any child that goes to nursery 2 by 4 years is too early. And let me tell you this thing. If you don't get it right with age, when at the point of admitting children, if you don't get it right with age, you're going to cause a problem for the teacher and for the child. We are going to end up at this having 9 years in JS1, having 15 years in SS3. Now the government expect them, they can't go to university until they are 18. So why are you going to help them waste their time? I was online yesterday and somebody saw my, can I have one now? Somebody saw the advert for our Adebayo. Somebody saw the advert for our nursery and primary school that is starting, and he said, my son is going to be 2 by May. Can he register? I calculated. I told him to bring the child by Easter, after Easter. And achievable learning goals. When Iremide came here 2 days ago, the baby I used the picture in my flyers and this thing. When I said, Iremide, good morning, just say Iremide, good morning. No! I said, At least you understand the meaning of no. You understand it to the extent that he's using action to show it. No. I say, no. You understand no to this extent. Iremide, come and sit here. No. But I look at, that's the milestone. That's milestone. Almost 18 months or 18 months. That's the milestone. Those are one of the words issues. No. So it wasn't a problem for me. I didn't see it like, he's saying no. Maybe he doesn't want to stay here. I just kept doing the right things. And the person that said no, in a few minutes, he sat down with me on the mat. Because the next thing I went for was what will attract him to me. I left him, but I went for what I know that the moment I bring this thing, it will call him. The moment I put those things on the floor, he came. I said, sit down. He said, no. I said, sit down, let's play with this thing now. He sat down. I gave him orange. He said, go ball. I said, this one is not go ball. Why am I saying all this? He already, he was doing his own, but I was doing observation. You see, he was doing his own, but I was doing observation. And my observation was based on where is he, where is this child, where is this child in milestone. So he said no. I know that language development is happening. Language development is on point. Then he sat down, he said, go ball. He understands shape. Because what I gave him was orange. It was not a ball. But he could relate his previous knowledge of round shape to the orange. That's why he said go ball. So when he said go ball, I gave him the orange and I gave him a pear. You know the shape of a pear is different from the shape of an orange. So I told him this one is pear. This is orange. It's not go ball. So when I said that, he was looking at that pear like this, like, so you are not ball. And the father took that picture picture. I use that picture because it was really observing. You know that stand look of, oh, it's not ball actually. And I gave him time to understand the shape. So he already has a concept of shape. Language development is he has already ticked milestones in shape. He has already ticked milestone in language development. He has already taken milestone in physical development, walking. His gross motor skills were on point. He went to the Montessori Bell. He went to several materials. He did not pick them. I gave him animals. He rejected it. But when he got to the Montessori Bell, he pressed it and there was sound. He picked two. He picked two by himself. He picked two. I went to sit down on the table and started pressing it. Pem, pem, pem. Meaning auditory is on point. And he likes music. So you see, I'm getting things that when I'm going to plan activities for him, I already know what to use. If I want to plan activities that is related to gross motor skills, ball. Because they're already in love with ball. That's why I said go ball. If I'm going to plan activities that have to do with auditory, I have to start with songs and musical instruments. Now, let's go. It will help you set achievable learning goals. Plan to introduce a scissors cutting activity for 3 to 5-year-olds as their fine motor skills are developing to handle this tool. You are going to get this handout. You can just write points. You will get this handout. Guide activity and environment design, knowing how children play, learn, and move at each stage. When you know how children play, how they learn, how they move, as in you have an idea of what their milestone is, when they get to you, you will not have a problem with planning their lesson. You will even have the professional ability to question curriculums. Any good curriculum planner plans curriculum with developmental milestones in mind. Any good curriculum planner. That's why the recent Lagos State curriculum now, me, I'm not opening it because it's rubbish that is inside that thing. Apart from English, that I saw that something was making sense a bit because they looked at different types of areas of music, grammar, listening, communication, which is what I did when I did my EYFS certificate course. Language was developed, divided into several areas. Every other area, I don't understand what you're talking about. So if you have an in-depth idea of developmental milestones, you will query every curriculum. No, but somebody will not come and say rubbish for you as curriculum or textbook. If somebody introduce a textbook of grade 2 to you, and you know the developmental milestones of children age 6 to 7, all you need to do is sit down and look at the topics. Is it in line with their milestone? If somebody brings you a grade 2 textbook and the milestones you are seeing there, the activities, the topic is talking about milestones of age 4 to 5, will you buy it? But because you don't know, everybody is a publisher, they'll bring book for you, you buy. Parents that knows more than you will send those books home to them. They will come back to you and say, what type of textbook is this one? Is it what I pay for? My early years, age 2 to 3, are not going to use textbook. We don't need textbook. We don't need textbooks. We will use worksheets. We will use worksheets. And we will do so much activity that where's the time for textbook? People that are climbing tree, climbing forest, building, painting, splashing, swimming, washing my car, washing tire. Why do they have time for textbook? We won't even have time for textbook. So I'm not going to use textbooks. Like I told you, it's going to be a prototype school. Because why is it going to be a prototype school? It's going to be a prototype school because our trained teachers are going to be coming here now to do their internship. That is the number one reason why I'm having the nursery and primary school. That's the number one reason.
I thought of it. Sorry, Mama, interrupting. I thought of it when she was teaching that. Fine, the two of us go for a place. Why not do it here?
That is our number one reason for having this school, because we have a problem with our students going to do internship. There's no Montessori school. The ones that have Montessori materials is Montessori they are teaching. Their teachers don't even know Montessori. Sorry. Their teachers don't even know what Montessori is. And any teacher that is going to cross that gate to work with me, we sign an agreement of maximum 1 year. This place is a school where you'll be doing training every day. So I will train you every day. You will now go. Go to where? Where are you going? You will stay here. You will stay here and work. I'm not saying you will not go, but if I train you, you will work for me. You will serve. You will serve. Then you can go. We are definitely we are not going to suffer teachers. We are not going to suffer teachers. Teachers are going to be coming. But then they must be trained. They must be trained. Now let's go on. It supports early identification, tracking milestones, helps spot potential developmental delays early. The school I'm consulting for at OPIC, it supports early identification, tracking milestones, helps spot potential developmental delays early. The school I'm consulting for at OPIC, I was there last week, and then I needed to see the children in the early years for evaluation, because since they resumed, I've not been there. And then this child was coming. This child was coming. She's still going to 3. And as she was going to enter, her movement was clumsy. It was not coordinated. And she was non-verbal. She's not talking. And she doesn't make eye contact. So as they brought her to me, I noticed this thing immediately. No eye contact, lack of coordination. And then I spoke with the director. And then she told me she has a sister here in grade 1. So I said, I want to see the sister. And when the sister was coming, that one was not as bad, but she was dragging her foot. She was dragging her foot. You understand? And then when she wants to talk, her voice was very low. Her voice was low. So we discussed, and I showed her my submission. I have it written here. I think I recorded it here. Okay, Olaf Agbaje 3 plus. That was the first one. Uncoordinated speech, random movements, no eye contact, goes into tantrums when his shoe is removed. He scribbles, but there is no pencil grip. Then the second one, that's the girl that was dragging her feet. Iremide Ogunleye, 2 years 6 months, no eye contact, non-verbal, random movement, no coordination. And she's in school. She doesn't sit. The teacher is tired. The teacher that just resumed in September, the one is tired. I've seen it on her face that she's tired, because this girl is always running off, and she has to start running after. She's always running off. She doesn't sit down. She's a special needs. So I called the school owner. I said, you cannot put a special needs child with somebody that has no idea of what special needs. This man will collect her salary and go. She ran away. Yes, she loves her job, but this was not part of the bargain. So it's either you start talking to these parents and start finding a solution to this, or you are looking for another teacher. So we invited the mother of the child. She came to us 2 days after. I had to go back there because of her. And she began to talk. This thing is genetic. Her husband dragged his foot. It is cerebral palsy. Mild cerebral palsy. That girl escaped major cerebral palsy. But nobody ever named it for her, for the woman. She knows something is wrong with her child, but nobody ever called it the name it is. And I just know that she does her leg. The same woman, by the time I started digging, the school owner was there like this. She was like, ah. By the time we kept talking, the same woman, her first child is that one that said drags her bit, her leg a bit. She had one after that one immediately that died. At the point of development in the womb, the child's brain was not fully covered. By the time she gave birth, this part of the brain was open. So the child did not survive. The third one she has is the one walking like this. The same woman. She has had a fourth one. And she told me that one, the neck is tilting like this. How do you continue having children and then you know that there is problem? And you keep getting pregnant and keep having children. And your mother-in-law did not specifically come out to tell you, these children are, there's a problem in the family. But anytime you have clinic, this woman will run from her house, carry car, carry them to hospital, be on you. Why did you take them for? Why did you take them for? So I told her, it's in your husband's gene. She said she knows. I said I know, but I don't know the solution. What have you been doing with this girl that is walking clumsy? And that she has been taken out to general hospital. They will just do therapy for her leg. They just do her leg like this, do her leg like this. That's why she stopped going, because she's not seeing any improvement. That child ended up in the classroom of that school because nobody looked at developmental milestone. They did not track it. They did not track it. Now I cannot tell them to send that child back home, the second one, because they've collected school fees. They've collected school fees. So now parents have to start paying for therapy. They will pay me for therapy. Me, I will not do therapy free now. Carry my motor all the way from here to Opik with a fuel of 20,000. After Bega, after Kara Bridge, Isheri community. The school is opposite channel. It's opposite. Inside that estate. Every night. That's where the school is. So you understand, not having a knowledge of developmental milestone is going to bring a lot of problems. There are some children you should not admit. Yes, you want population. There are some children you should not admit. That child should have been taken to a special needs school where they will be doing therapy with her consistently, at least for the first 2 years. Let's say when she wants to make grade 1, they cannot bring her back to a mainstream school if she has improved. But how do you tell them that now? They've already admitted that. They've already admitted that.
At least move a percentage.
Ask that question again.
So that means 10 years is wider than what you're saying.
Answer. Maybe I've trained you. Answer. Maybe she said NES. She said that means NES is wider than what we think.
Because me, my own NES, I know for me, I'm taking that.
Okay.
So something has value that going to. But me, yes, and I will see some issues with some children I was taking care of. That's when I said, let me go to that. I was using my friend for service. That's when I stopped. A auntie feared it, and so I feared it. So now that we're not seeing more milestones and stuff like this, how are we going to make an holistic child in the society in 10 years?
That's why you are here. Now, let's go. Guide activity and environment design, knowing how children play, learn, and move at each stage, allows you to design a stimulating, safe, and supportive classroom environment. A stimulative, safe, and supportive classroom environment. For toddlers, 1 to 3 years, who are learning to run and jump, create a safe, open space for gross motor play rather than expecting them to sit for long periods. When I go to Miss Abido, don't let me laugh. When I go to schools and I see timetable for 3-year-old, I will laugh. First period, second period, third period, fourth period, five period. Any year.
School is free. School free.
Free.
One plus. They have timetable.
Go.
Using textbook.
The one is annoyed. This one is annoyed. Don't worry. We'll still have school. We'll soon have school. You come and work. We'll still have school. Don't worry. Oh, yeah, smile now. Smile. Yeah, smile.
Working and learning.
So, who are learning to run, jump, create a safe open space for gross motor play rather than expecting them to sit for long periods. Now, developmental milestones support early identification and tracking. I've said that. Spot potential developmental delays early. This allows you to adapt your strategies and collaborate with families for support. If a 4-year-old isn't connecting ideas in conversation, you might note this communication milestone and sensitively share observations with parents. If you say for a 4-year-old, this fan is making noise, do we change it? And the 4-year-old cannot contribute to that discussion and say, let's turn it off. Let's go and put on the AC. Or let's go and carry the standing fan. There's problem with communication. That a child is quiet, is an introvert, does not mean that he will not have good communication skills. Some parents are quiet in nature. They can give birth to children that have their temperament. That's temperament. It does not affect communication. A child must be able to communicate constructively, engage in constructive conversation. Now, promote holistic development. It promotes holistic development. Milestones span different domains: social, emotional, cognitive, physical, language. Different domains. Lillian, stand up. Vivian, stand up. Stand up. This reminds you to plan activities that nurture the whole child. A lesson on the very hungry caterpillar can include counting, cognitive, discussing feelings under the same topic or one topic. The topic is a book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Under the same topic, you can count. You know caterpillars have legs. You can do maths. Under the same topic, you can talk about this. You can discuss feelings, social, emotional, and acting out the story, physical. Make learning meaningful when you connect new learning to a child's current developmental stage and personal interests. The experience becomes more coherent and engaging if children are developmentally beginning to sort objects. You put different colors together and you say, bring out all the red color, bring out all the yellow color. Or you bring rice and you pour beans and maybe maize inside and mix it up and say, bring out all the beans for me, bring out all the maize for me. The child, that is a very easy way for you to understand that this child is cognitively competent, understands what you're talking about now, and is coherent. If children are developmentally beginning to sort objects 18 months to 3 years and are fascinated by dinosaurs, provide a certain activity with different dinosaur types and sizes. When you work on objects, you work on color, you work on size, you work on shapes. That is when bring out all the circles. Can you bring out all the triangles? You know I mentioned remediate to you. Is he 18 months yet? He's not yet 18 months, but I understand shape. Even though he's not saying an orange is a circle, but for him to link a ball with an orange, he understands shapes. It's just that whoever is in his environment is not naming it for him and saying circle. This is a circle. This is a circle. You understand? But it already shows that this is a child that has a strong cognitive ability of bringing his previous knowledge into his present. Because if he does not have strong prefrontal cortex function of bringing the past into the present, he will not say ball. He won't say go ball when he saw that thing. You understand? That's why I always say, when you teach in a way that the children, when they leave you, they can recall what, or when you are teaching, they can bring back what they've seen into your classroom. Mrs. Agola's hearing is a circle. We are not talking about circle here, but the child can relate. That looks like a circle. You are teaching circle, and the child says, "My daddy's tire is a circle." Did you see his daddy's car there? But that child can recall. Now, putting knowledge into practice. Putting knowledge into practice. To effectively use milestones in your planning, keep these principles in mind. To effectively use milestones in your planning, put these principles in mind. Observe and adapt. Observe and adapt. Use milestones as a guide, not a strict checklist, as a guide. Some children might not meet some milestones. It doesn't mean you will not admit them to school. In fact, some of them, the reason why they are, do you know why I'm starting? I'm starting the nursery and primary school in January. Because from my experience, 3-year-olds are mostly registered in January. 3-year-olds are mostly registered in January. Most of them, their mothers have given birth, they've been at home. By January, they want to work. By January, they want to start a business. The child is now communicating more. He's now working well. So you hear, by January, he's going to school. By January, he's going to school. So January is a deciding age for that toddler class. It's a deciding month for that toddler class. Observe and adapt. Use milestones as a guide, not as a strict checklist. Some of them, another thing that happens is that some of them don't have verbal skills. But by the time they get to school, they start mixing up with their mates. Everybody start talking. They start talking. They start picking words. And before you know, before they go on Easter break, they have started talking. The reason why most of them don't talk, do you know, is because they are firstborns. They are children of young couples. I've seen young couples tell me, what am I going to be discussing with him? what am I going to be telling him?
Last week also contributed to them. Children that don't interact fast and only
They don't. That is the problem of children of young couples. Except they go out with their parents and come back home, they lock door. Mini flat, mini flat. Their house is mini flat. So once they come in like this, bam, home, they block door. He's not going out. He's not going to play with anybody. He doesn't have anybody he plays with, except he goes out or he goes to church. So communication is limited. But the moment the child starts going to school, learning in a community, meeting other children, speech will start coming. That's why it's essential for them to go to school at that time. They understand their observe children to understand their unique pace and interests and be ready to adapt your plans. One of the greatest skills you can have as a teacher is the skill of observation. One of the greatest skills you should have as a teacher is the skill of observation. You don't have to look at children twice. Observation skills. You don't have to look at children twice before you know that something is wrong. I was walking towards the market at Ikoton, I think 2 days ago. A woman was going. That baby should be around 8 9 months. She was backing him. The moment she passed me like this, I looked. I knew that that is Down syndrome. It just took me once to look at that child. I saw Down syndrome straight. I said, this one is Down. When I got to her school, we were at the window. We stood at the window. She was introducing me to the classes. Am I lying? She was introducing me to the classes. She didn't introduce me to any child. We just stay at the window. Hello. The moment I said, that one is Down syndrome. No. I said, that is Down syndrome inside your class. He said, oh, yes, ma'am. That's the reason why I should not come. I laughed. I said, this is Down syndrome. So as a teacher, you must know some special needs have look. They have look. Do you know lack of intelligence has look? Dollars. Do you know dollars has look? You don't know. Dollars. People who are cognitively dull, they have look. They have a look. If I see an adult or a child that is dull, that is not cognitively smart, I will tell you, this one is not smart. They have look. But it takes you to be technically and professionally competent to to identify it and just look and say, something is not right here. Something is not right here. I saw a child in, I recorded their, I recorded all of them. Justin, this one, 15 years, JS3. I just saw that when I'm talking to him, when they brought him, when I'm talking to him, every time he would do like this. I don't know. I said, Mr. Ojobi, what is this one? What is your favorite subject? I don't have a favorite subject in SS1. What about maths? Maths is not my favorite subject because I don't remember it. Yes, this is it. I wrote it down. Forget math concepts. Forget math concepts. He said he doesn't remember maths. He said he doesn't remember anything they teach in maths. He's 15. So I told Mr. Ojobi, I said, this one is uneducable. If you see his writing, let me write his writing for you. This is his writing. Yes, SS1. This is his writing.
How many exercises?
This is his writing. So I told the director, I said, you are not presenting this one for WAEC. There's no way. Who will mark this one? What is the parent talking about skill? So I started asking her, what is the parent talking about skill? This is skill. I asked him, which skill do you like? He said he doesn't like any skill. What about football? He said he likes football. Mr. Ojobi said, well, you don't play football. He said, I'm not drawn towards playing it, but I like it. When he's talking to you, this person, when he's talking to you, everything he says is like this. I like football. The fact that I'm not playing it does not mean that I don't like it. I like it. What is the story behind this boy? That the mother said when he was a baby, he fell from 3-story building and he hit his head. I told her, I said, I don't buy that he fell from 3-story building theory. It's a lie. There's more to this. And he's 15. He's 15. Mubarak Bashir, 12, JS3. That one is like caffeine. Which game? These are is Adam. Which game do you play? I don't actually play any game. My mother does not give me screen. She actually boy, fairer than you. The boy is fairer than you. Is Yoruba. I don't have any game. The problem is the schools that are admitting them don't even have plans for them.
There's nobody regulating this thing.
Nobody. My dear, nobody. Nobody. How many technical schools do we have? Even the technical schools want to admit only children that are competent. 3 or 4 years ago, I sent a child who was having a seizure, and because of that, he couldn't continue school. But he's physically fit, and it's not every minute he has the seizure. I sent him to the technical school at Ikotu. They said they can't admit him. That he has seizures. He should go to special needs school. He should go to. This is a 19-year-old boy. At least he could learn handwork. So what are we saying? Are we saying they are totally useless? That one that is closing his eyes, opening it. By the time they push him to SS3, maybe they push him out of that school. He will go back to the house and sit down with his parents. Those parents who are not reasonable enough to seek help. And as he is there now, at 15, and his brain is temporarily damaged, maybe they will not be locking him up like prisoner. One day he will go out. The day he tells this thing, they have seen full-blown madness. Because that brain is already complex. The moment drug and substance abuse enter that brain, God will save them if he doesn't kill them. Promote holistic development. Milestones promote holistic development. Span different domains. I've talked about that, social, emotional. No, I've already said that. I mean, putting knowledge into practice, Abi. To effectively use milestones as in your planning, keep these principles in mind. Observe and adapt. I've said that. Number 2, embrace play. Young children learn best through play-based learning. Milestones are often reached through structured and unstructured play. That allows for hands-on exploration. Structured play is maybe you want them to play football. You provide ball. You say, come, let's go and play ball. That's structured play. You are the one in charge of that play. You are directing it. Unstructured play is everybody go and play. And then you begin to watch them. And the best way for you to know who children are is when they are engaged in unstructured play. Because when they are engaged in unstructured play, they are not following your rules. They are following their rules. That's where you will see the child that is stingy. That's where you will see the child that is not ready to share. That's where you will see the bully. That's where you will see the timid and withdrawn. That's where you will see the one that is not bold. That's where you will see the leader who say, Vivian, Salome, all of you come here. Let's go to that place. Come. Leader, she will call all of them. You are auntie, me and the mommy, you are brother. Oh yeah, line up, all of you line up. Oh yeah, clap your hands. 15 up, yeah, 15 up. You will see that in unstructured play. So you'll be able to know them with their traits. Emilade, leader, squadron leader. Tofumi is timid. So when you are going to plan next play, you push Tofumi out because she's timid, and you want to help her gain boldness. You push it out. You make her the leader. You always push her out so that she can gain the skills she doesn't have. The next one is partner with families. See, you cannot train people's children as much as you want to train them, if you are doing adawa super, that means you are doing solo, everything you do start and end in the school, you must carry parents along, whether they want to be carried along or not. You must make them understand that it is their life, you are helping them to repair their life, because no matter how long their children stay in your school, they will go back to them.
But you don't think it's achievable?
It is achievable. It is achievable. It is very,
See,
very.
you can't give me something parents.
Number one, your school policies. Your school policy goes a long way with how parents will teach you. My school is starting in January. I'm already doing open house. I'm doing open house in November. I don't have a school. I don't even have parents yet, but I'm doing open house. From that open house, we hope to get people. Tell them our policies. Tell them our term plan for children. Tell them the way we are going to be operating. Tell them what our fee looks like. Tell them what our teachers look like. Introduce our team to them. They know that this is a structured school. This is a school that has a plan. This is not anyhow school. From that policy, we will make them understand that at no time must we have PTA meeting that the father or mother must not be present. No,
Because it's an urban city.
not urban city. My sister, I have worked in big school. Divine Offspring School off Allen Avenue. I started it. They have a branch in Allen. They have a branch in Adeni Jones. They have a branch in Oba. I'm the one that started it. That's the policy I want there. Parents come. We fix PTA meeting for 9 a.m. They come. 9 a.m. in the morning. Yes, they will take permission from work. Your principles and your policies. Listen, if it is 20 parents we have, listen to me. If it is 20 parents we have, as at the time we are going to start in January, by 20th of December, by God's grace, they will have our campaign, all our meeting, our PTA, our open house, everything is there. And I will say it, please mark this date on your calendar. Every week you'll be receiving my reminder. The many people that used to receive my message, when I want to send message, I will send it by 4 a.m. in the morning. As you open your eye like this, bam, you open your phone, it's my message you are getting. Every week you see my message. Every week. Every week. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. Just to remind you that Thursday, 28th of October is our. We look forward to see you there. We look forward to see you there. We look forward to see you there. It is your policy. You are the one that will tell people how to treat you. You are the one that will tell people how to treat you. And then when they come, what you are saying is making sense. One of the mistakes school owners make is that every time you have PTA open day, you are the one that talks to them. You don't bring resource people to talk to them. You don't bring, because you don't want to spend money. So you don't want to give me some better than your money. And give me fuel money to Ago and Olambe and Abeokuta and Songo Abi-Ifo. You will not call me to come and talk to your parents. The people that call me to come and talk to their parents, they are benefiting from it today. They are benefiting from it. I know schools that call me, Mr. Badari, please come and talk to them. If you are making sense, nobody wants to spend 1 hour seeing that one is rubbish. The only thing you discuss is school fees and uniform and the end of year party. But when they come, if they come, a resource person engages them. I've been invited for open house before that. The only thing I went to teach were letter sounds. I went to teach the parents letter sounds because they don't know letter sounds. and their children are reading with letter sound, and they're having problem with teachers. So we have to arrange a program where we will teach them letter sound. That the first word of every object is the sound. Door, as in door. And they got it. And so many of them get feedback. Because I'm happy. I cannot help my child at home. I'm not confused. There are some open house that it will be medical. It's a medical person you will bring that will tell women about their womb, breast cancer, other things, what to watch out for, what to eat, what not to eat. They are your parents. You will continue to enjoy them when they are well and they are alive. If they are sick and they cannot pay, they used to carry all their money to general hospital. Sure, they will not withdraw their child from your school. Finally, partner with families. Families are your allies. Share milestone information with them and celebrate when children achieve new skills together. Finally, the goal is to use your knowledge of developmental milestones as a framework to create a nurturing, responsive, and stimulating learning environment where every child can thrive. I hope this handout provides a clear and useful resource for you for your planning. And if you have further questions, please talk to me about it. Good afternoon.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You are welcome. Yes. The name is Treasures Montessori Inclusive School. Treasures Montessori Inclusive School. It's close to.
Yeah, now.
It's close to our area.
Our area actually.
Because Nigeria, let's say. And it's actually
Which area? I'm only working in that place as a consultant. I'm not building a school there.
In that area. Most of them are not coming down from UK. Exactly. Most of them are not coming down their children.
Bring them to this. Tell them to bring their children. You were doing. You were what?
I was talking to them. They were having EDV, not a groaning and wow. I said they ship them from abroad. This August. I really died.
They did not ship them.
August.
You know what is happening. You know what is happening. Education is. I want to delete this. I don't know what you say. Education is more expensive in the West than there. Quality education is more expensive in the West than there. Aside from that, some of them don't even have time to work. Because those countries are not countries that you will abandon children. Those countries are not countries where children will close by 2. You come and carry them by 5. They will report you to social welfare. They will take the children from you. So instead of taking the children from them, it's better they bring the children home. If they have a relative, a grandma or somebody that can help them take, it's better for them. They'll be able to focus on their job. That's why they are bringing them. But we are not only seeing upsurge of special needs and developmental delays in foreign countries. We are seeing it here. When did you start teaching? 35. When did you start teaching? 89. When you started, were you seeing autistic children in schools like this? Were you seeing them like this? Special needs, autistic, Down syndrome. Are you seeing them everywhere? But now, there is hardly any class we go that we don't see a child.
2, 3, 4, 5.
They did a summit. They did a meeting recently, about 2 days ago. America with some other top leaders. They did a meeting regarding this autism and this. Now, in the rate of boys, before you bring 39 boys out, you will see 1. In the rate of girls, before you bring 21, 20 something girls, you will see 1. That is now that we have. It's like they have autism, Down syndrome, and almost all spectrum. This is just
Stop it.
recent.
Two reasons. Two reasons. Number 1, nutrition. Number 2, technology.